everybody, welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Marlon. This is episode 26 of Mushroom Setting in Minecraft, part 2. And we just started the second half of the stream. The first half of the stream, that started 4 hours ago and ended an hour later. So that's the reason why it's called a 1 hour stream. So how you guys doing on this lovely evening, according to New York local time, that is. For me, well, all I can say, folks, is that, well, it's been an exhausting day, and I'm looking forward to the weekend, especially Mother's Day. But, anyone looking forward to Mother's Day? And if so, you got any plans? But just so you know, you don't have to be specific about it. I mean, if you do, great, but if you don't, that's cool. But, just so you know, folks, later in the stream I might have to lower my voice because apparently I'm not alone in where I live right now, because some people are about to go to sleep or probably are asleep. Just so you know, folks. So that's the reason why I have to whisper. Hey, hello, Gamoth. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope hope you had a good day today. For me, just a little tired, but I am ready to stream the second half of this stream. It's 3 a.m. here. No one needs sleep. You sure? So, there's a thing called insomnia. Ooh, that's the part whenever no one sleeps at all, they see things. It's like having a dream, but it turns into a nightmare, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm just, playing around, I'm 100% sure about it. Alright. So, you looking forward to the weekend, Ecomoth? For me, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and I do intend to just buy Mother's Day lunch, but I plan to do that tomorrow because apparently whenever it's Mother's Day in America, many restaurants tend to be very, very, very crowded. And every time when we get food on Mother's Day, it takes hours just to get the food ready because of a lot of people. Yeah? In fact, I know, relatives of mine who used to work in restaurants. They were tired to the bone, believe it or not. I don't know if it's similar to how your country's Mother's Day is like, but I tend to just buy Mother's Day gifts probably the day before Mother's Day, just so that I don't beat the traffic, just so that I can beat the traffic. Yeah, Mother's Day is a big day, and many people everywhere. I agree. But other than that, just a few errands, and I will stream, but only one time on Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and Sunday maybe twice, from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern and 6 to 8 to Eastern as well, all in the afternoon hours, local time. But other than that, well, I'm just looking forward to the weekend just to relax and stream and even enjoy the Mother's Day food. So anyway, let's start off with what's going on throughout the United States of America. And so far we only got about one flash flood warning located in Mississippi and one special marine warning just beyond the United States. So let's just take a quick look. And there's one flash flood warning located just south of Greenwood, Mississippi. It's all because of so much flooding that has occurred. Let me play the animation for you. Yawn. Yeah, this is only just about a few minutes, and then we'll go continue with Minecraft. For the past 3 hours, there was rain in that area where there's flash flood warning, But as soon as as soon as the rain passed, there's still a lot of flooding because I mean, just because all that rain just passed, it doesn't really mean that the floodwaters have ended. It just means that it's still gonna be there until it has somewhere to go. Whether if it's through the drains, downstream, or just the slow version by evaporation. And there is one special marine warning just off the coast, just off Panama City and Apalachicola. It's not that it's boring. I almost fell eep from tired. I is. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to, stay too awake, Echo Moth. I mean, I'm just only going to be streaming for about another hour, or probably a little more than that, but definitely not anywhere past midnight because I really need to fall asleep as well. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll keep my voice down. I stay right here. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's see what we got. I mean, throughout the whole day, we had some showers in the New York City area. I mean, it's quite wet. I did bring an umbrella with me. Temperature-wise, it was kind of warm. But now, here comes, we have a low-pressure system just off of Long Island and the Jersey Shore. Bless you. I know it was a oh. Well, thanks, but it's just a cough. I may have, had saliva going the wrong way. Alright, so what we got here is that we do have some showers that's still going on. I know. Yeah, we do have some showers that's still all over New England, and as well as parts of upstate New York and eastern Pennsylvania, and parts of New Jersey also dealing with some scattered showers associated with a cold front that's now moving out to sea as it exits the Jersey Shore and the Delmarva Peninsula. Now let's take a look a little further. Okay, so after that, clear skies right behind that cold front. It does get a little chilly, but we'll discuss more about that in about an hour. Scattered showers just east of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And there's a stationary front just moving out to sea. And another one that's linked right along the Carolinas all the way to Georgia. Yeah, there are plenty of showers and thunderstorms throughout places like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and even much of Florida as well, and South Carolina. But Texas is dealing with some scattered showers right now throughout the Lone Star State. I mean, they are thunderstorms after all, but nothing that would constitute severe weather at this moment. And there's just a little bit of showers and storms in Oklahoma, and even a little bit in Arkansas, but the Ohio Valley, and as well as Kentucky and Tennessee, especially in Illinois, Kansas, they're all dry. They're okay. But in Michigan, eastern lower Michigan, there are some scattered showers, especially in Wisconsin. But Minnesota, North Dakota, they're fine, along with South Dakota. And Nebraska have some scattered showers on the western half of the state, as well as eastern Wyoming, Colorado. They have mountains. They have some showers and a few storms throughout the Rocky Mountains in places like New Mexico and Colorado. I can see just a little bit of wintry mix located in San Juan National Park in southern Colorado. And there are also some scattered showers throughout the eastern half of Arizona, and just a tiny bit in southern Utah and central Nevada, and northern Nevada. Montana and Idaho, they're clear, and for the most part, it's kind of dry with the exception of Omak Washington State, and even the northwestern tip of Olympic National Park in Washington State. But elsewhere along the west coast, it's all bone dry. Alright, so far things are kind of okay for the most part. I mean, some storms are present throughout some parts of the country, but there are hardly any severe weather to go around, unlike yesterday or even the days before. Only because we are having what is called the a Rex block. I mean, I've made a reel about that 3 months ago about what a Rex block looks like and how it affected the Northeast last fall. But this time, it's actually affecting the Great Plains, particularly in Tornado Alley, in which normally Tornado Alley in the central portion of the Great Plains, they would usually deal with severe weather, but because of the Rex block, they're getting warm and dry conditions. Alright, so guess, oh, look at that. Now we're dropped to only one special marine warning located in the Gulf of Mexico. So the flash flood warning has expired in Mississippi. So, alright, so now we can move on to Minecraft and continue where we left off in the previous stream. Now, let me just switch gears right now. So here we are. For the most part, we've been creating the interchange. I mean, it was significant progress that we've made so far. I mean, now we're in the upper deck right now. Right. Yeah, just let me drink my water real quick. All right. Now what's next? Just let me move the water real quick. Okay, so I can get some room with the mouse for me to move. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Alright, so now let me just do this, do that. Oh yeah, Echo Moth, if you're still there, there's this new pope, and from what I've heard, according to IGN, is that he's a gamer. Oh yeah, just a curiosity, for those of you who are watching live or not, just a curiosity. If you had to choose between having a dream job or having a dream significant other, which would you choose? I mean, I don't have anything that I don't have anything that's happening to me right now, but I'm just curious. That's something that I haven't really thought of, to be honest with you guys. I mean, let's say that you got your dream job, congratulations, but however, you end up having a dream girl. But if you choose a dream job, you won't be able to have a dream girl because if you do, then that means you would end up losing your dream job. Because your dream job requires you to work to your heart's content at the cost of your time with your dream girl. But if you spend more time with your dream girl, you end up losing so much time, doing your job very well. I mean, you just tend to feel like as though that your dream job is slowing you down. It makes you feel more detached, and that the only way you can stick with your dream girl is for you to lose your dream job. Now, I know I may not sound so rational, but sometimes it may be the case because, I mean, let's say you have a dream girl who works in the same profession as you do, but however, both of you are aiming for the top position, and it's very likely that only one of you will ever take the dream job. And the other one, well, we'll have to put up with that fate. And the thing is that if you do let your dream girl take your dream job, well, you would have to give up that dream job for your dream girl. But if you insist on having that dream job, you end up losing your dream girl. I don't know if that makes sense to everyone, but sometimes it may be the case. I mean, you could just DM me in any social media platforms, just so that you guys can tell me if that's true or not. But I'm just curious. I mean, it's not like in regards to me or anything. It's more of a curiosity. I mean, yeah, I think I may know somebody who may have that scenario, but I have no deep connections with that person. It's more like a distant acquaintance, if you will. For dinner, I had pork ribs. It was good, but thing is, putting it in the microwave, some of the meats may have dried up just a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not because the meat was terrible. It's just that it's the microwave that loses its freshness. And it tends to dry up the meat. But, that was something that I was asking for because, because I'm trying to save money on food. Because rent here is just so obnoxiously high. Yeah, so far we're getting there, folks. We are getting there. We are getting there. I'm not going to get ahead of myself tonight. I am just going to do this part, and then after that, we'll see what happens. right. Oh man, I don't know why it shaked for a moment there. But the one thing I can tell you guys is that I'm almost done with one part, but I have to do railings. This one's, I don't know if I want to call it easy, but something that I have to be very mindful of. It's kind of peaceful at night so far, but it's alright. Ah, dear. Looks like I've screwed myself up this time. Hold on. Yeah, I spoke too soon on this part, folks. Yep. Yeah, I definitely spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. I did that. Oh, why did I do that? That wasn't supposed to happen, but unfortunately it did. Alright, guys. Yeah, we're getting there, folks. We are getting there. Oops, I meant to just say clone. There we go. There we go. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Okay, so now we got this part done. That's good. So this is what it looks like, folks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna continue expanding my thoughts right now. Yeah, it's 10:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Marlon. This is episode 26, part 2 of Mushroom City in Minecraft. Right now, I am creating an interchange near City Center Plaza. Also, in which case I'm naming this the City Center Interchange, which you have one highway crossing over another, and it was quite a challenge because it took me few episodes just to do this, but I managed to get as far as I could with this one, and we're almost done. Although I can't guarantee that we'll get this done by tonight, but if I have to, well, we'll probably do it tomorrow, I'm guessing. And as for the national weather discussion, we will do that in about 30 minutes. So if you want to stick around for the weather discussion, I'd be happy to do so. Just gotta wait until about 11 to 11:30ish. So how you guys doing? Anyone looking forward to the weekend, particularly Mother's Day? Or just hoping that you just get through the weekend and hopefully you'll end up having a better week? Or you just are looking forward to your quote-unquote weekend, you know, because some people work on weekends. But that's just my guess. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright. It's nighttime in Mushroom City. Okay, come on, work with me. Well, this part is done. So you can see, folks, it's quite nice. But I still have some work to do here. Go. Lovely. Oh yeah, I gotta fix up, just to see if I'm missing something. But, turns out I'm not missing. Well, yeah, I am. I am missing something. Alright, so far so good. I think. Go under. That's better. Let's install additional support for this part here. I think I can hear background music. You guys hear it? Just gotta keep doing our thing right now. But I'm not entirely satisfied, to be honest with you folks. I still have some work to do with this part. Gotta keep on doing this, folks. Okay, this is what we got so far, folks. Let's see what the interchange looks like, folks. So this is what it looks like. But I can install a bunch of torches right here and there. Yeah, we can finally get rid of the red squares here. Oh man, I'm hearing background music. Hold on, let me mute the mic. Never mind. Yeah, I think I can hear background music right now. Let me mute the mic. Alright, I'm back, so sorry about that. Alright, so what do we got here? Okay, let me just do something here. Air, okay. Good, 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 good. That's a good, good thing. Yeah. Booyah. I know it did say it is 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, my name's Marlon. This is episode 26, part 2 of Mushroom City in Minecraft. We'll get to the national weather discussion in a few minutes. Just making sure that I didn't miss anything so far. Yeah, background music is not my friend. Right, now let me fix things up right here. Let's get a better idea of what I'm dealing with right now. Okay, now we're going somewhere. We are going somewhere. Just need to fix up on something. Excellent. sorry about that. Excellent. Bingo. Well, although the interchange is complete, but we have a lot of signs to make, but we'll worry about that in another episode. I mean, other than that, we've completed the interchange, and things have been letting up, so to speak. Oh yeah, there is one thing that I gotta do. Just this part. Bingo. Alright. Yeah, we'll worry about this interchange another time. This exit another time. It's not really much of a priority in this episode. I mean, the interchange is. Well, we'll work on other parts of the highway, but even after that, we'll focus on other things like the Mushroom Capitol building, and as well as building a train station and a city hall right there, and as well as many other buildings surrounding City Center Plaza. We'll even expand to the University of Mushroom Kingdom and its hospital and its affiliated hospital. But other than that, it's quite impressive, folks, wouldn't you say? Just want to take a picture of this for self-reference. Almost there, folks. Almost there. Perfect way to start the day in the game, right? Okay. Okay, so let's just call it a day or evening. Call it an episode, but we still have weather discussion to do, so please hold on, folks. Let's go here. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So we only have one active weather alert, and that would be a special marine warning just off of the Gulf Coast that's still in effect since about an hour ago. And it's off of Panama City and Apalachicola. It's producing so much rough waters off the coast of Panhandle, Florida. Oh boy. Sure hope no one's out there. We do have wet weather that's going on throughout the Northeast. Low pressure is located just right along the Great South Bay of Long Island. And we do have a warm front that extends outward towards the sea, and a cold front swinging towards North Carolina, then throughout much of the south towards Texas and Oklahoma. All of that is causing severe weather in the Northeast, the Carolinas, the South, but none of them have come close to causing severe thunderstorms. Have allowed the National Weather Service offices to issue severe thunderstorm warnings or even flash flood warnings at this time. There were, but they've all expired. But so far, I mean, it's quite a weather event we've had so far, folks. In the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, it's quite dry, but parts of the Great Lakes, like parts of Wisconsin and Michigan, they are enduring some isolated showers and storms, especially scattered showers and storms in western Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming, and they all start to dissipate, especially in the Rockies in Colorado and New Mexico. They're all starting to dissipate from what I can see, folks. Well, even though there are still some showers throughout northern and eastern Arizona and western New Mexico, as well as some showers still lingering throughout parts of Utah and Nevada. Montana and Idaho, they are having some dry weather there, yet some spotty showers in northern Washington State and parts of Olympic National Park, that peninsula in Washington State. Oregon and California, they have some dry weather too. And let's not forget about North Dakota, dry weather, and South Dakota as well. But Iowa, it's all drying up, along with Minnesota and Missouri and even Kansas. West Virginia is doing fine. Alright, folks, so appears as though that this is it's quiet so far right now in terms of the weather. I mean, there's still rain to go around, some storms that's still lingering, but it's not enough to issue a lot of active weather alerts like tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, or even flash flood warnings, or even special weather statements. Now let's see what we got in terms of temperatures. So let's go here. Let me refresh. Okay, so let's start off with Maine, with temperatures that are in the mid 40s to low 50s, and in places like Vermont and New Hampshire, temperatures are in the 40s, and southern New England, they have temperatures in the low to mid 50s. On Long Island, especially New Jersey, temperatures are in the 50s, along with much of upstate New York with temperatures in the 40s. And in Pennsylvania, the temperatures are in the 40s as well in some parts. Washington D.C., the Delmarva Peninsula, temperatures are in the 50s to low 60s. West Virginia, temperatures are in the 50s, upper 40s as well. Virginia, in the 50s and low 60s. North Carolina, the Carolinas, with temperatures are in the 60s and low 70s. Let's take a look in Tennessee. Temperatures are in the upper 50s to upper 60s. Well, temperatures are chilly in the Smoky Mountains, but in the Mississippi side of Tennessee, the riverside, temperatures are warmer. Georgia, temperatures are in the 70s. Florida, much of the state is in the 70s to low 80s. Mississippi and Alabama, temperatures are in the 60s, low 70s. Louisiana, temperatures are in the mid 60s to low 70s. Arkansas, temperatures are in the 60s. Texas, let's start off with the Panhandle, temperatures are in the 50s. West Texas, temperatures range from 57 in Alpine to temperatures in the 70s near El Paso. Southern part of Texas, temperatures are in the 70s to low 80s. Eastern Texas, temperatures are in the mid 60s to low 70s. I don't know if I said anything about Arkansas, but temperatures are in the 60s as well, along with eastern Oklahoma, the panhandle of Oklahoma, temperatures are in the 50s. Kentucky, temperatures are in the upper 50s to low 60s. Ohio, temperatures are in the mid 40s to mid 50s. Indiana, similar story. Places like Chicago, 50 degrees. Temperatures are in the 50s throughout the rest of Illinois and Missouri. Temperatures are in the mid 50s to low 60s. Let's see what we got. Kansas, temperatures are in the 60s. Nevada, temperatures are ranging from the low 60s to low 70s. Michigan, start off with the the lower peninsula, in which temperatures range from the mid 40s to low 50s. And in upper Michigan, temperatures range from the mid 40s to mid 50s. Wisconsin, temperatures are in the 50s, along with Minnesota, in which temperatures in the northern half of the state in the low to mid 50s. Southern part of the state, temperatures range from the low 60s to low 70s. And in the Dakotas, the temperatures over there, in North Dakota, the temperatures range from 55 in Leeds to 64 in Dickinson. And the temperatures in South Dakota, you have temperatures ranging from the low 60s to low 70s, well, except for Sioux Falls, which temperatures are at 75 degrees, along with Sioux City. Now let's start off with Montana. The temperatures range temperatures are in the 60s throughout much of the state, with the exception of Bozeman. The temperature is at 53 degrees, but in the mountains it gets colder. In Wyoming, the temperatures are in the 50s, with the exception of Rock Springs, 61 degrees, but mountainous areas a little colder than that. Idaho, temperatures in the lower part of the state, they range from 61 in Salmon to 73 in Boise, state capital. And then you have Kellogg, 55, Sandpoint, 62, Grangeville, 61. Sorry about that, didn't mean to do that. Now let's go to Colorado, in which the temperatures, 52 in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Denver, 61, Colorado Springs, 48, as well as Alamosa, 68 in Grand Junction. Utah, 57 in Logan, and Richfield, 59, 82 in St. George, 66 in Vernal. Then we move towards Nevada, in which the temperatures range from 57 in Ely to 71 in Reno, with 73 in Tonopah and 88 degrees in Las Vegas. Arizona, in Kingman, it's 73, Flagstaff, 53, Quibdó, 68, 48 in Alpine, 93 in Phoenix, and 88 in Tucson. New Mexico, can't forget about that. The temperatures in Roswell and Carlsbad, they are in the low to mid 60s. Albuquerque, 59, Espanola, 53, Farmington, New Mexico, 59, Gallup, 57, 48 in Alpine. I already said that. In California, let's start off with Indio, 93, Yuma, Arizona, 95, San Diego, 66, LA, 84, 89 in Bakersfield, along with Fresno, 75 in San Jose, 89 in Sacramento, 79 in Chico, Redding, 80, and Eureka, 50. Well, let me check San Francisco, 66 degrees. Medford, Oregon, 68 degrees, Lakeview, 62. Temperatures are in the 70s on the leeward side of the Cascades. Windward side of the Cascades, also known as the coastal side, temperatures are in the 60s. Washington State, 70 in Spokane, 59 in Trail, Wenatchee 68, 75 in Yakima, 59 in Seattle, and Victoria 53. Now let's go back to the Northeast where we talk about winds. So it's quite windy in places like the Catskills, Poconos, Finger Lakes region, especially on the rest of the eastern part of Pennsylvania and parts of New Jersey, which temperatures are up to 20 miles an hour, along with Long Island and a coastal portion of New England. Otherwise, it's quite calm. The Mid-Atlantic, it's mostly calm with the exception of North Carolina, which sustained winds were up to 20 miles an hour. South Carolina, calm winds along with Georgia and Florida as well. Well, there are some breezy conditions throughout parts of the interior South, like Tennessee, northern Alabama, and much of Mississippi. It's kind of so-and-so in Louisiana with wind speeds of about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Arkansas, eastern part of the state, up to 20 miles an hour. In Texas, much of the Lone Star State in the middle, it's up to 20 miles per hour. But in the southern tip, it's calmer. But in the Panhandle of Texas, same story, along with the Panhandle of Oklahoma, it's much calmer. Well, the mid-Mississippi Valley, it's quite breezy, but nothing too dramatic, though. In the Ohio Valley, it's quite calm, but in places like the Minneapolis area, it's quite breezy, especially near Lakes Michigan and Superior. And North Dakota, it's kind of breezy, but nowhere past 25 miles an hour in the Dakotas. But in Nebraska and Kansas, it's quite calm, along with Colorado and parts of Wyoming and Montana, Idaho, Utah, Nevada, Flagstaff. But anywhere that has winds of at least 20 miles per hour, it's nothing widespread, especially near Reno and Lake Tahoe. I mean, much of the West is kind of calm, with the exception just near Bend, but it's nowhere above 25. Let's take a look at rainfall accumulation. So what we got so far, this is what we have. So New England is dealing with rainfall. Some areas past an inch or about 2 inches in some areas. And then we go down south. Oh boy, rainfall is past around 4 inches to 5 inches or 6 inches of rain in Alabama, parts of Mississippi, parts of Florida, and even Georgia dealing with up to an inch of rain or two, and especially north of New Orleans and just north of Lake Pontchartrain. Elsewhere, the Dakotas, nowhere past half an inch of rain in North Dakota, but it's all fine in the west. Right now, let's get back to this. Alright, so now let's focus on what's gonna happen, but we will tune to what's going on right now. So this is what we got so far, but I want to switch gears. We'll get to humidity in a moment, but we do have set up right here. This is what I'm drawing for you guys. I don't know if this is quite accurate, but it's something like that. But I'll show you guys what do I mean in just a moment. But I think for the safe bet, I'm just going to show you guys the different version through Tropical Tidbits. Let me just see. Okay, I see. Now let me switch gears to upper dynamics, 500 millibars. This is what we got. This was as of 8 p.m. And what we got here is that we do have a Rex block in the making. But unlike the Rex block that I mentioned 3 months ago, which happened last fall, well, in the Northeast, which led to warm and dry conditions. This time it's happening in places like Tornado Alley, in which usually they get a lot of severe weather, but this time they're getting very hot and dry conditions because you do have a ridge that's located over the Rockies, but you have a trough that will have a cutoff low located over the lower Mississippi Valley, and another trough that's about to cut off a different another low that I mentioned, but that trough is located over the Mid-Atlantic in Pennsylvania. Now we move to 24 hours from now. Which is Saturday night. By Saturday night, there will be a ridge that'll sit there, just located over the Rockies and the Central Plains region, and a cutoff low that's located over the lower Mississippi Valley, and a trough that's about to move east, but it'll be over the Canadian Maritimes. And so, in other words, we are about to deal with more wet weather throughout places like the southeast, in which humidity gets trapped there, and then you end up having a lot of dry conditions, but warm conditions throughout the Great Plains region, where Tornado Alley is located. Then we move forward in time to, drumroll please, to Sunday night. So by Sunday night, there will be a ridge, or rather two ridges, one small one over New Mexico and a large one over the Great Plains and Great Lakes region. And there will be a cutoff low located over the lower Mississippi Valley, a trough located off of the Pacific Northwest, and another one over the Canadian Maritimes. So there could be a storm that would be making its way through the Northwest, and as well as more wet weather throughout the southeast. And finally, now we move towards Monday night. So by Monday night, a trough will be located over the Pacific Northwest, a small ridge over the desert Southwest, a small trough that was once a cutoff low that's about to end its streak. But it's still located over the lower Mississippi Valley, but slightly moved and changed its way that we see it. A ridge will be located over the Great Lakes region and the Northeast. Alright, so that's the weather for the next 3 days. Now let's move on back here, and we'll talk about the weather we'll talk about temperatures right now. Let's start off with tomorrow morning. So by tomorrow morning, there will be warm lows throughout the South, the Mid-Atlantic, and parts of the Northeast, as well as mild lows throughout the Great Plains region and the Mississippi Valley and the Great Lakes, as well as the Ohio Valley, and plenty of warm lows to go around throughout much of the West, with the exception of the Rockies. They'll be dealing with freezing temperatures for the low. Then we advance towards, by tomorrow night, much of the country will be dealing with warm temperatures, though it's going to be very hot in the desert Southwest, and as well as the northern plains, because of the Rex block, and plenty of hot temperatures throughout the Gulf Coast states. Now we move towards Sunday morning, in which morning lows will be ridiculously high throughout much of the Sunshine State. Mild lows throughout places like northern plains, the south, the mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley, the coastal New England, desert southwest, the Great Basin areas, and cold temperatures throughout the Cascades and Rockies, and as well as the interior Northeast and parts of the Great Lakes region. By Sunday night, there will be lots of hot temperatures throughout the northern plains, the desert southwest, and much of Texas, and as well as much of Florida. Well, it's going to be quite chilly throughout the Pacific Northwest and the coastal parts, and as well as the interior Northeast. We move to Monday morning. So for Monday morning, we do have plenty of warm lows throughout much of the South, the Ohio Valley, the mid-Mississippi Valley, the northern plains, coastal New England, and desert Southwest, but only limited to Southern California, Arizona, Southern Nevada, parts of the Great Basin, but very chilly throughout the leeward side of the Cascades, Northern California, and especially the Rockies. And finally, by Monday night, it'll get very hot throughout Great Plains, Texas, Desert Southwest, Great Basin, as well as southern Florida. But it's going to get really chilly throughout the Cascades, Bitterroot Mountains, even parts of the Appalachian Mountains in the Mid-Atlantic. Let's take a look at the humidity. So there's going to be plenty of humidity throughout much of the South and the Mid-Atlantic, as well as the West Coast, starting to build up just a little bit throughout parts of the Great Plains region. By tomorrow night, there will be plenty of moisture to go around in places like the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and just a little bit in the interior portion of New England, and as well as the Bitterroot Mountains in the Central Valley, California. And by Sunday morning, Mother's Day morning, plenty of moisture throughout much of the South and the Mid-Atlantic and parts of the coastal Northeast. Great Plains will see some moisture along with the Mississippi Valley, and parts of the West Coast will have a little bit of moisture, especially in the Bitterroot Mountains, the Northern Rockies. By Mother's Day evening, plenty of humidity throughout the South, the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and the Mid-Atlantic states, as well as the Northern Rockies, Bitterroot Mountains, leeward side of the Cascades, and as well as the coastal portions of the Pacific Northwest. Monday morning, there will be plenty of moisture throughout the South, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, Northern Plains, and just a little bit along the Pacific, along the West Coast. Finally, by Monday night, excessive moisture moves up north throughout the Mississippi and Ohio valleys, south, parts of the Northeast, the Northern Plains. So they'll be getting a good dose of moisture, and just a little bit throughout the West Coast. Take a look at convection. Plenty of CAPE throughout the southeast, Texas, a little bit in coastal New England and the interior west, but nothing widespread though. Just that the southeast is far more concerning. By tomorrow night, plenty of cape throughout the Gulf Coast, Great Plains, much of the west, and just a little bit in the interior northeast, but it's more dramatic in Florida and the southeast, and as well as the northern Rockies. By Mother's Day morning, do have plenty of cape to go around throughout the Gulf Coast, a little bit in northern New England, and a little bit in the northern Rockies and parts of the Great Basin and coastal portions of the Pacific Northwest. By Mother's Evening, there will be plenty of convection throughout the south, and as well as the northern plains and the Rockies and the Great Basin and the Pacific Northwest in general. By Monday morning, plenty of cape throughout much of the south and the northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest, Bitterroot Mountains as well. And finally, widespread cape all over by Monday evening throughout the South, the Ohio Valley, the Great Plains, the Northern Rockies, Pacific Northwest, Northern California. Northeast will be fine, as well as the Desert Southwest. But everywhere else, it's going to be brutal. Now, let's take a look at the precipitation. What we do have is that we do have some lingering precipitation throughout parts of the Northeast, as well as plenty of showers and storms throughout the South, and just stray showers throughout the West Coast. By tomorrow night, there will be plenty of showers and storms throughout the South, as well as parts of New England, the Rockies, parts of the Great Basin, and even parts of the Pacific Northwest. Then by Mother's Day morning, it's a little bit wet throughout the interior northern New England, but there's going to be plenty of storms throughout the South, so you might need an umbrella if you want to go celebrate, Mother's Day, especially in the Rockies and parts of the Pacific Northwest as well, and some coastal showers throughout coastal California. By Mother's Day evening, plenty of storms throughout the South and parts of the Mid-Atlantic, Mid-Mississippi Valley, parts of the Ohio Valley, parts of much of the Rockies, especially parts of the Great Basin, Pacific Northwest, and Northern California. They're going to be dealing with wet weather, plenty of wet weather and some storms there. By Monday morning, there will still be plenty of storms throughout the South, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and as well as the Northern Rockies, with a chance of wintry precipitation, along with the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. Mountain parts will experience wintry precipitation of snow, freezing rain, or sleet, so you might need to buckle up and start preparing those winter gears, even though it's about to be the middle of May. And finally, by Monday evening, there will be plenty of storms to go around. Places like the Southeast, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, southern part of the Great Lakes region, the Mid-Atlantic, Bitterroot Mountains, Pacific Northwest, and Northern California. But in the mountainous parts, they might get wintry precipitation in the form of snow, freezing rain, or sleet. Now, let's talk about snowfall. So there isn't going to be much, maybe a tiny bit, but no more than an inch, just a traceable amounts of snow throughout a few parts of Maine. South is obsolete, as well as much of the Midwest, but in the West and the Rockies, the highest amount could be about about 2.5 inches in some areas, but otherwise, wherever there is snow, it could reach about past a foot of snow. In the Bitterroot Mountains, snowfall could accumulate to about 3 to 6 inches of snow, especially on the leeward side of the Cascades in Oregon. About up to 6 inches of snow. Cascades, some parts of the Cascades, up to a foot of snow. Olympic National Park, up to 4 inches of snow. Cascades all the way down to California. They might see snowfall of up to 6 inches at max. Depending on the elevation, rain snow line that'll occur at that time by Monday evening. Alright, so I've already did the weather discussion for you guys in the end of the first half of tonight's stream. So I'll give you guys something, just for you guys to know what the weather topic was for the day. So basically, the weather topic of the day was how does high humidity affect brain function. So in temperatures, or rather, during high humidity, you tend to feel like you're losing so much brain function. As a result, you tend to feel more tired, you feel fatigued, but in some people's cases, they can feel dizzy, nauseous, and sometimes even worse. So it would be best, just to take action by staying cool. Just take breaks, avoid intense physical activities, and if things go sour, just call your doctor or seek immediate medical help. Alright? That's all you gotta do in that situation. But you can go back to my two reels that I've done. One was about high humidity affecting brain function, but I've done a second reel of the day, which was how to maintain that brain function during high humidity. So that's it, folks. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Kingdom Hearts. But as for beating Ansem, well, we might give that a try, but we're not going to do that immediately. We may do that, but I just want to get more experience, just so that I can get Sora to increase his power level, and as well as getting more items, getting more mega elixirs or elixirs, just so that he would have enough to stock up for every time he tries to take on Ansem. And every time when I take on Ansem, he is just so hard to beat. Yeah, I would need to get more experience. I need to fight more, because I've been only playing that game on weekends, which gives me less of the ability for me to finish the game as much as I wanted to. In fact, I've already done that in past streams a couple of years ago on YouTube that I used to do back in the day, but I'm actually redoing it, but in the modernized version. So everything's fine. Okay, so like I said, I'll be back 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. We'll continue with Kingdom Hearts, but until then, love y'all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. But as for Sunday, possibly I might do 2 streams at once, so stick around for more details tomorrow. And until then, love y'all. Peace out. Signing out.